get it right. Trying to find some balance in my life. I never really put up a fight, and now I'm losing sleep.
Hello and welcome back to the Swiss Mixed Championships 2023. I'm Christina Obermeier, joined by Charlotte Terrasson, who played all day, and we'll probably talk about her playing a little bit as she is in the final.
So happy. We just qualified with Wizards from Geneva for the finals. Gonna face Solly Bang from Ham. What a final, never seen.
Never seen before. I heard they were the third place game last year around. So switched up a little bit there, and then the two finalists from last year are gonna battle out for the third place tomorrow. Bit of upsets here, but now we're looking for an upset as the Scorillaz competitive team, Scorillaz Godzilla, are playing FSL, Flying Saucers from Luzern, to stay up in Division 1. So this one will decide which one of the teams next year will battle for 1 to 8 and who will not.
Indeed, tough game actually, because both teams played the quarterfinals this morning, first game of the day, and now had to wait the whole day to play the last game of the day, 5:30, to stay in the upper league, stay League 1.
What's your hot take? Of course, you know the whole scene here a bit better. So, what is? Who do you think will stay? Who do you think, or will people stay? Will people go?
I mean, my heart is balancing towards Scorillaz. Would be really nice seeing them go up in the first league, and I always like their plays. How
So we can see
fancy
a
they
bit
go.
of bias, maybe.
No,
No, not at all. Professionals, after all.
Never.
Don't worry about it. We'll just see what happens, and at the end of the day, there's going to be one team in the top 8 still. So FSL starting on offense here. The far side trapped with the disc in hand, going up the line, bobbled. Wee. That one just slicing through. And Godzilla try with a huck. Not so sure the player saw that early, but he gets it regardless. Fion Agata with the first score, and that's a break to start this game for Scorillaz.
Nice shot. We've seen a lot of Hawks today. We don't have much wind on this day. A little bit. You could feel a bit of downwind, upwind, but not affecting that much Hawks. So players have been enjoying it, throwing lots of Hawks here for the first point as well.
Yeah, indeed, just like a bit of a thrower's win, I think people like to call it. Just where a good thrower can still throw as well, and someone who struggles with controlling that disc might have a little more of a struggle. But yeah, switching it up a little bit with a break early.
Can we talk for a second about these skirts, please? They're gorgeous. Oh my god.
We
look
can
at
talk
that.
more than a second. I want to have one of those. I actually already said that on stream that I would definitely wear one of those skirts.
Go play with Scorillaz. Get a skirt. That's the best way to get players.
I bet.
Nice pull from those.
And FSL on offense again. Looks like 4 female matching players. And the horizontal setup that does not quite work out initially for FSL. They get it off now. Really static and waiting for something to come up, and there's zippy reset to the back and over. Bobbled. What a high disc. And if the defense has gotten that, that would have been a break. And that one is.
Break, but most of all, like, I thought he would continue in his run and just get a Callahan. I thought that this was a bit wobbly, floaty.
It was. It definitely was a bit wobbly, floaty.
And as this is the first break from Scorillaz, look at this wobbly, floaty this we're talking about. But no need to rush it. Just one pass for the first break. 2-0 for now for Scorillaz. Proving me right so far, Christina.
Yeah, absolutely.
That they show this energy and this will of getting in the first league early in this game.
Of course, games are 1.5 hours long, so pretty intense to keep it up and keep the energy like this. But for now, we're going with the flow, and the flow is definitely, the energy is definitely on the Scorillaz side of things right now.
I think it's due to the skirts.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Keeps you in the energy, in the vibe. Look at this.
Just makes me happy looking at it. The Hinden to pick up and putting it deep right away. What a beautiful weighted shot. One pass, score, and you could have just put him on earlier. That was easy.
Yeah, that didn't look so complicated. I mean, why didn't you do it earlier? Yes. Here, nice first point from FSL.
Manuel De Hinden. Of course, his son already plays Frisbee as well. And he's going to be in the final.
Ooh.
Plays for Solibang, obviously, because you would know if he had played for.
If it was my team, I would have noticed, I think, yeah.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, with a good easy shot, that's everything FSL needed. Right moment in time.
Why hesitate to throw when you have the receivers?
Can see the sideline, just standing and watching, being a little bit awkward on camera. We love that. Ooh. Tadpole just rolling over the camera person and taken into the middle of the pitch. Dus moving on the 2.5 shot of Nocella. Genie. Oh no, actually not Genie. Binder. And this into the middle, and they're working it really well up that field. Now that's Negri.
Yeah, they're moving to this pretty well, like giving and going. They pass that zone defense easily.
They're really looking for the open options and doing a very good job at just taking whatever is left open by the defense. Dus, for example, very open. Hagenberg looking for the middle shot and a nifty outside flick to the break side. Love that shot.
Nice way to get your teammate the easy break side run. We all love it. If you cannot get rid of your defense, go to the side where they are not.
A primal ultimate tip. Just go where the defense is not.
You can always blame it on the thrower who cannot throw a breakthrough. Like, hey, cannot throw that. Come on.
Come on, do better.
Just run, please.
I was so open on the break side. Of course, Frisbee humor.
So we got 3-2-1. 3-2-1. Haha. 3-1 for Scorillaz. Led by the power of the skirts. Aerodynamically, what do you think? Is it better to play in skirts or in shorts?
I don't actually think there's a big difference.
It's all about
I think
the quads. Look
so.
at these quads.
I was just gonna say the exact same thing. Showing off those quads just can only give you more power.
Freedom for the quads, run faster.
Yeah, that actually is the one thing. You run faster when you don't have like too much fabric.
Yeah, they were talking about it, but I gotta say that from far from the field, she does look like Manuela Cardenas with his hair.
Oh, she does, yeah. So the 28 shirt on defense has some Manuela Cardenas double vibes. And that one is a pick off, that huck, and a break opportunity again for Scorillaz. Flick, huck goes up, and the only one pursuing is Manuela Hinden, making sure that does not connect. He's got some speed.
I like the power position, and the throw was really nice, but one thing was missing is the receiver. The defense was more ahead. Maybe that was not the curve expected as well. Oof,
Ouch.
backpacking.
A bit more love. A bit cuddly.
Fastly resolved.
Oh, and a nice leading pass into space. We're around midfield now.
Oh,
And that shot just not very well placed. Let's put it that way.
Scorillaz has another chance for another break.
See if it's as fancy
Ooh, yes, Cougar.
as before.
Starting with a scooper, I think it's pretty well.
That's pretty great. Can call it fancy. Ooh, nice grab. Stretching out, and that's another score on the board for Godzilla.
That's another break on the board. One more break from Scorillaz. Godzilla's really showing they want to go to the first league.
Yeah, they do. That energy. They really had the better start of the game, and they're up 4-1. Really like that they're also having fun. Like scoobers, as resets, and it's great plays all over.
As we said, there's not much wind. Use it for upsides. I've been
Yeah.
enjoying some nice hammers during their games.
Throwing or receiving?
Both.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, we've seen one or the other big hammer and the connect or not connect. Pretty evenly balanced for now.
Bull just staying inbound. No, never mind. It is a break called for the side stack.
Ooh, side stack. That's fancy. That's a good play. I like it.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a
You know
fun
that
play.
move.
I know the move. I've
doesn't?
played the move, and it usually works out so well.
No. Oh, I love it. Having the whole space to cut. It's a
Family
gift for a cutter.
Oh, and a nice flick blade over to the other side. That was put into the end zone perfectly.
What a nice look to find the cutter going there.
And that's a timeout for FSL, and I'm a bit
FSL.
surprised, to be honest. After being up and getting that point, taking a timeout then, but
Maybe they want to prepare the
4-2.
defense.
probably, yeah. 4-2 in favor of Godzillas, Scorillaz Godzillas, of course. And FSL with the timeout. And after a quick break, we'll be back for more action.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Here we are back after a timeout taken by FSL right after scoring. I was saying weird decision, but I mean, if you need to get breaks, you need to prepare a good defense, especially against this Scorillaz offense going pretty well and quickly.
To be honest, looking at them, we're like, oh, they're a fun team. They're taking things serious, but not too much because they're wearing skirts. But actually, their decision making and everything on offense has been really, really good. And their defense has as well. Like, the way they've connected again and again, I'm really surprised. I like that.
Yeah, they have a lot of very motivated players because lots of them are new in this sport. The club is something like 7 years old or so.
Oh,
It's
okay.
a super young club, and every player has been playing, like every no, but a lot of players have been playing for 1-2 years or so. But they just show so much motivation and will of playing that you can feel how fast they'll learn. Look at this team.
That's pretty nice. So this club existing for 7 years, where FSL I heard was the
About.
oldest,
Yes.
the oldest club existing in Switzerland. A bit of love rolling around on the pitch, and a big shot goes up, very open. Female matching players underneath, and
Ooh.
that's a score, an easy one at that for Godzilla. Scorillaz Godzillas, of course. Nice stuff, and that one has been working out again and again and again. I think I've seen so many of those go up in this short amount of time that we've had with them on the pitch, but
And a great boxing out.
Yeah.
Right position, keeping it, and even stepping a bit back just to make sure the defense cannot have a hand on it.
we'll see the love. We'll get there. Oh, we love that.
Make love, not war. That is very fair-minded. They will have good spirit. No, I'm sure.
Indeed.
Oh,
It's a bit aggressive.
I think the wasp from Limerick followed us until here. Damn, we got attacked.
One or the other wasp has been around, which is really surprising because it's rather cold actually, and I would think they wouldn't enjoy it, but still here. Another
Oh.
deep pull, and that one lands in the back of the end zone.
I gotta say, the fields are super small and short, and oh, what this is a miss pass in their own end zone.
And they're on the races, off to the races again. Red zone, and now moving over, and the player wasn't sure it was for her as that disc floated nicely, but it looked like there wasn't that one more like step on her to get the score. And a get out of jail free card for FSL.
Ooh. What a nice read. Got there before the FSL receiver.
And that one was for her. Good body control to
Nice
get in there, yeah.
move to keep inbounds. The earlier you score, the better.
Don't waste too many legs. You'll need them tomorrow.
Talking about legs.
These legs, yeah. Those exact legs. Especially one of them, since it's already a little bit taped up. Gotta save this one leg for playing tomorrow.
I mean, it's the end of the season. Everyone playing with lots of injuries everywhere. Little Bobo. And what I want want to say before is that the fields are actually pretty small.
Yeah,
like
it
they're
does
pretty
look
short.
like it.
The hucks land often out of bounds. It feels a bit like playing on beach. You know, you have to adapt and throw shorter, and always forget, obviously, and throw it out of bounds. God damn it!
I can just throw so far. I always throw it out of bounds in the back.
Oh my, too much gym.
That's really
That's the
interesting because I haven't
off-season.
seen that. I haven't seen a throw go off too long. I think not today, but I've also been pinned to this pitch here.
Well, had several players confused about like, oh, this is already the back of the end zone.
Yeah. Know that feeling though. As FSL are back on offense again. Nice leading break pass, and the deep shot comes off. Not sure that's the intended receiver, to be quite honest with you, but it works out. Dish into the end zone for the score. Bit of confusion there, but everyone laughs, so it's fine. And that disc, I mean, it was good. It was put well, but I don't think so. It looked like it was intended for the female matching player going deep, but it was a male matching player coming as well.
I do agree. I also thought it was for her, and disc flying back in a inside-ish curve. Not sure that's how you usually would throw your hug, so I guess you're also right.
So I heard the player David Husler putting that disc up as a disc golfer, which makes a lot of sense because when playing a lot of disc golf, and apparently he's really good at it, you have to put a different curve on it. You have to throw a bit differently, especially on a flick. And maybe he just, in the sense of the moment, didn't quite adjust.
But it's the opposite. You have to put more of an outside curve in disc golf. So there's no excuse.
It's not as if I played disc golf or anything.
It's fun. People, you should try like when you cannot run, do plyos or so. Disc golfing is good, but make sure you learn how to throw again with an ultimate disc, because it's definitely different. During Corona, it was amazing to go disc golfing.
I did do a little disc golf during COVID as well.
See?
Just because you didn't do anything else. And that one is perfect as can be, just in front of the end
Oh.
zone. And a quick pop. Gino Negri.
Gino Negri for the big catch and the dance move after the catch. For the assist! Sorry
Hockey
for
assist.
your ears.
That's okay. Put up that big hook there. Get a replay of it. I especially enjoy his legging and skirt combo.
Just to enhance the beautiful skirts.
Yeah. Just put the complementary contrast on it, orange and purple. So pretty commanding lead for Scorillaz. 7-3.
That's a pretty strong lead.
And if they make it now, they break for half.
That's a very first step to get to the first league. I mean, 8-3 he said. 7-3, I mean, that is pretty good. I was expecting Scorillaz to be leading this game, but not that much, not so many points. Also because I like tight games, and we always love Galaxy points and Universe points.
Yeah, had you heard a very tight game earlier? Universe point
Universe
win.
point against Flying Colors for the quarters, and then against Zurich coming back from 7-11 to 15-13.
Wow, you really chucked down those slipperies.
That was intense. But back to this game, nice move from FSL against a zony defense from Scorillaz.
It looks like a 4-person cup. Or maybe a 2-person and then 3 in the back. So,
Confident.
indeed. Just a lot of lateral movement, not anything deeper. And as I say it, of course, they throw it deeper to undermine my Frisbee knowledge, which is
Commentary
fine.
course.
Oh, and that was a smackdown.
Janine happy about her defense, already celebrating while running to the end zone.
And the Cadenas look-alike. Looking for a disc and going hammer over the top. I love that move. Inside shot and gets it back, and that's a score for half.
Here's the half taken by Scorillaz, Godzillas against FSL. That's, as I said, the first step into the first league.
Indeed, it's one half already. Second half will maybe be different, but maybe they can just claw it out there. As both these teams were going to just take a quick break and regroup and figure out what to do in the next at least 45 minutes. We'll take a quick break as well to figure out what we'll do after.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch.
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
fund
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the Ultimate world and beyond.
The first league.
Alright, second half action. There's maybe some difficulty understanding us at times, but in any way, the two teams have no difficulty understanding what it is to play for first league spot. And it does seem like Scorillaz Godzilla. Godzillas have the best way and are punching, nearly punching their ticket to go to the first league next year, to play in the top 8 and to play for the best possible placement tomorrow in the top 8. Scorillaz now on offense, starting the second half, even with the disc back in their hands. And they're moving down that field pretty easily, I want to say. And that one, as I say it, of course, again, commentator's curse.
You had to say it.
I had to say it, I'm sorry. We haven't had a lot of turns. This game has been rather clean, and we'll see if they can keep it that way until Dino Negri lays out to keep that possession, but stumbles over the disc. That is a very good shot. Onto the other side and moving from one side to the other, changing the point of attack. Binda has lost his shirt. That's why he's wearing the number 2.
Scorillaz seem to be struggling a little bit more than before. I mean, they're still doing it for sure, but just like takes a bit more of time. Scouts. Let's still get to the end zone for the score. No breaks for now yet for the FSL.
No.
Just a matter of time.
I agree. It's for now. It's Scorillaz seems a bit more composed, but we'll see what FSL can change in terms of defense to push them. It did take a little bit longer, and maybe they're preventing the deep throws to come up. That has been really good from them. But they'll have to do something now because it's 9-3 in favor of Scorillaz.
The gap is getting larger and larger. The thing is that there've been few turns, but the offense of FSL doesn't seem to. Like once the break is done, the defense is done. There's this last step of the break that is missing. I mean, obviously.
We call it shadow defense. So you're always with the person, but you're never quite close enough to actually be dangerous. So you're like a shadow. You're always running behind. And it's not like they're not playing defense. They're playing defense well, but just not. Always a step behind. But for offense, FSL have been good lately, getting the deep shots off and resets working. Nice gainer for the Hinden. And going up the line. Katinga puts it into ground.
A little too much, too far.
They're playing a split stack, play fancy and a high disc. It's caught well.
No worries, there are shorts under those skirts. Your kids can watch this game.
And that is a box out if I've ever seen one.
Nice jump though. That was
It was a good jump.
Star jump.
So much for a box out. Kind of got caught underneath that, wanting to push the defense, but also like looked at defense too much, not enough for himself. And FSL get a free opportunity back. Göttinger towards that far side. Coming. The Hinden now on the far side. Got very good throws and is looking to use them. Ooh, nice gainer up that line. And a nifty pass that done just really gets D'd.
I mean, there are two bodies there.
And that one just super nice and floaty into the end zone.
This is another break.
It's another break. It was a very good one at that.
10-3 after several turnovers. Finally, Scorillaz managed to get that point. FSL, we're pretty close. Again, as we're saying, everything feels like just one more step away.
I agree. But that
Of course,
disc
you
was
said it.
Oh, Whoopsies.
Lots of smiles.
It's been a long day, people. You can hope you can forgive me that I agree with my own words.
I mean, I'm rather happy that you do agree with yourself.
I could contradict myself as well. Would that make things easier?
No.
Maybe. But yeah, I like the way that disc was like put into the end zone and just waited there for the player to run underneath. There was so much touch and so much love on that as well.
And FSL again with a chance to get that score and stop the break train from the Scorillaz.
Such a much needed score, and Scorillaz just, changing up the defensive looks now with the zone. Really looking for different options and to stop the flow. Very successfully doing so for FSL as they're moving to this laterally. They're trying to move the disc push the disc towards the middle at all times. It's the defense.
They went through that zone once. I bet they can do that with. They have a good handling for this for FSL. However, are they gonna make that last step? Ooh! Oh, okay, that wasn't expected. That was no. I mean, this has nothing to do with any strategy, any play. This is something that could happen to all of us.
Definitely. That just it's just a plain drop and a miscommunication, because I don't think he thought that disc would go up, but it's kind of representative for it.
Not moving, ready to get it with two hands.
It's representative of what's happening here in this game, as Godzillas are really like clamping down and ready and in it, whereas FSL have not managed to make that transition from the early morning loss to this game here.
Yeah, mentally this must be hard. And also having this huge break, warming up again after an intense game in the morning. Yeah.
Indeed. Although we say morning, and while 10:30 is still considered morning.
It is morning when you had to wake up at 6.
Yeah, but I've played games at 8 in the morning, so warming up at 7.
Yeah,
which
this is another vibe.
It's a wonderful tournament. It's a chill vibe, but of course, waking up at 6, getting here early from Luzern. I'm guessing people arrived today. Like, everything is just a tad more intense if you have such a long break without being able to do anything at all. But it's not as if Godzilla's had a very different start to it. A bit of a later game, but only one slot. And they're just right now just showing better Frisbee. Scuba over the top, but it's pretty. Rusla to Göttinger. So really
slicing.
Oh, nice, yeah, opening up the field there. It's Göttinger getting every other. It's faking the lefty Scuba and throwing a flick. No, they're looking end zone. Just in front there, and that's a score for FSL, much needed, as I said before.
Oh, definitely. After so many breaks, it's so important mentally, especially as we're talking about mental state, to get that score, just to break that breakthrough, train flow, and just prove yourself, your online this confidence of, okay, we can score, look at that, how you skite that guy or how you outrun that person.
Look at the little things.
Exactly.
Right.
And the beautiful Migros hat over there. It's a supermarket. Supermarkets are the new trend.
Gotta
I
say-
mean, look at
Look at Charlotte's shoes. I know you can't see them, but if you could, they're really cool. I think the crazier the styles, the better right now. And I think and both teams are showing this a little bit.
I'd say Gino wins. Gino Negri with the leggings plus the skirts.
I gotta say the hat kills it for me. It's just too normal.
Oh, you should see his Ovomaltine hat.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, put it
Fits
on.
perfectly with the skirt.
I bet.
Matches it perfectly with the orange of
Yeah,
Ovomaltine.
but that's like that. I'm deducting style points for the hat. Although it's a cool hat, but ooh, no.
Although the hat has a banana on it. It's
Yeah,
a
but
Scorillaz
that's-
banana.
But it's okay. I know, like I've seen it, but meh. Ooh, that was thrown behind, but it works out for Binder. One-handed high grab. And that one put over the top and into the end zone. Yeah, that was a good one.
So close to get did.
The risky, let's say slightly risky, because that's not a lot of risk, but a little bit on there. Those shots, they work out super well for Godzilla's.
They did. Most of the time, as long as there was a receiver under it, they managed to squeeze through, I mean, and get the disc.
Mm. Yeah, that was a good defense as well, like the defensive effort. But just put into space perfectly. Just a little too perfect. Of course, if you're
Not as perfect as the skirt.
you really love the skirts.
Look at that.
I'd love a whole skirt line for once, actually. Oh, you can see the white of the Scorillaz jersey on the sideline, sported by one of the other team. Looks very good with the skirt as well. And FSL running through that zone again. Getting onto his land.
Ooh,
FucZH with a nifty scuba.
smooth.
Very much so. Oh, nice thread through. And that is a very open player here trying to toe the sideline, but apparently did not manage to do so.
And all players around seem to agree that was out, but nice attempt, nice tiptoe.
We've got Scorillaz on the move again. Nice flick gainer. Faking that deep shot, I would have guessed it'll come off now. But working it down the pitch slowly instead. A high stall and putting it into space. Opting to not take the easy reset. And then things got a little stressful.
Generated a bit of contact, but apparently both players were pretty okay with what happened, agreeing pretty fast about just apologizing, actually.
Ooh, a high grab there. Two players right next to each other. Which, ooh, a travel call on that one.
Cameraman not happy.
Felix does
booing.
not like those travels. He really does not.
If I cannot move, no one can.
Of course, he's stuck behind Cam 1. Who's right back into the middle, distributing those discs. And that one is a zippy throw into the end zone. Zips right through the back.
I mean, what a laser, but that had to be super precise.
Yeah, but it was super precise. The receiver was there as well. I think you have to take these shots.
That's my point.
Shots,
that was precise, but not super precise as it would need, giving the speed, the laser that was.
True. Bit of dancing on that sideline. Oh, and the defense after the dance. That matchup super well, and after throwing the disc away, gets it back, and this time around, it works out.
Scorillaz on the ground, everything okay, and a score for FSL.
A nice one, just playing for position there. Getting the block and distributing the disc as well. Edelman.
Look at this replay. Nice attempt for the layout. Bit of a grip on the ground. FSL player doesn't seem bothered.
Edelman still thinking about the huck he misplaced. Too straight. That's what he's saying. Not enough angle on it for the receiver to actually get it, but he redeemed himself with the defense and the assist. So I don't even know why he's bitching about that. I actually do know, but still thinking positive because the scoreline is 5-12, very much in favor of Scorillaz for now, as some cones are being stolen by what I hope is one of the organizers.
Our cones.
That's a roller of a pole, picked up quickly by Binder, and a miscommunication on that. Manuel de Hinden trying to get it with as much space as possible, puts it in. Negri.
Interesting decision from Negri to pick up the hat before getting the defense done.
I mean, the style, especially for that kind of a hat.
Drip before block.
For an Ovaltine hat, I would have probably done it, but for the boring gray banana hat, prioritizing this over actually playing defense, I don't know.
Weird decision, but FSL used it pretty efficiently, not waiting for him to get his hat back, and scored another one.
How rude of FSL to not wait until Gino has his hat back. That's not very spirited, is it?
No, I mean technical, respect it.
Yeah.
Drip before D.
Not for that hat. For an Ovaltine hat, yes. For this one, no.
Oh,
Anyway.
that's the Swiss rule. True.
Anyway, that's a break for FSL.
That was a break. That was indeed a break. We just had a first break from FSL. My gosh. And we're saying nothing about it. I mean, we're on now. Good reminder, Christina. This is the first break. 12-6. Bit late to start it, but better late than never. And here is a pull from FSL.
That is on that far side. A zone defense coming out, and that's another defense.
As a player just stepping in front. Kaufman for the defense.
Release, backhand reset there. Inside shot, low and too low. Giving it right back there.
Too fast even for a layout.
Yeah, that one always touched the ground early. Everyone thought that was going to go off, but no. It's just going around the corner again. Zone quick to set up. And there's not a lot of pressure on the handlers.
No!
Oh, and a miscommunication.
That was hurtful to see the disc floating and the player running away from it.
Just turning the back on that disc like, I don't want to play offense. I don't want to have it. You keep it.
FSL again with a chance of breaking. Maybe they will throw softer discs.
Maybe. Would be advised to. That's pretty soft. Soft enough. And a nice dashing cut by Göttingen.
A lot of strong throws from FSL. That's why I was saying maybe a bit softer, but because they have really been throwing spinny discs. And a few steps from the end zone, from the break, from the second break.
And there you go. Will it work? Ooh. Oh yeah, it does. Just in front of the end zone. And that last pass into an open player, 100%. Although, hold your horses. Not so fast. It was a stall out call. Accepted.
I mean, yeah. It's been a while she had the disc. Doesn't surprise me much, but accepted stall out, that is something don't see that often. Usually people tend to speed up at the end.
That's true. But she might just really have had that for a while. And I think they're resetting, or at least trying to reset the zone again. Oh, and a miscommunication of some sort, or just misexecution there on that throw. Gives the disc back with pretty much no harm for FSL. And that is such good defense. Making sure to not put the body in the way. Just smacking that disc down.
Yeah, very good look and avoiding the bodies. As you're saying, putting the body in a way to avoid any contact. Nice and smooth. Oh, in trouble.
Another one.
Another one.
Now on that far side, Scorillaz really finding the open players after quite a long point, and that disc trails out the side. That's what I wanted to say, but it actually trails into the hands of Kaufmann.
And another turn. And another one. I mean, we didn't have much turns, but these points seem to be...
Yeah, it seems like nobody really wants to score.
I mean, both are putting a lot of pressures too.
Nice reset cut, and it seems like a zony or poachy look, at least for the male matching players. Does not work out too well, as that is a score for Godzilla, and FSL had so many chances to get another break in, but they kind of blew it.
They did. That was the second chance, and they really fought for it. I think they found kind of a flow that they're using now, that we can see it with more turns, more efficiency on the offense as well once the disc is turned over. But this didn't slow down the Scorillaz also fighting together of offenses. What a point. They got that one. Scorillaz still with the lead, 13-6, excuse me. 13, 2 points away from winning. That would be a huge comeback needed from FSL if they want to have a chance to stay in the upper league, first league of Swiss Championship.
Yeah, 2 points away from getting that first division draw for next year. And maybe even going higher in this championship even. Although we've seen games from both divisions, and really there's not a huge difference between the two divisions. Like, I think the level is pretty evenly matched, except maybe at the top 4 teams.
Well, we can see it now with the games. FSL from the upper league, while Scorillaz on the lower league, I think, yeah. And we see that the game is not that tight, even though it's the upper one losing for now and the lower one winning.
This is like the point I want to make. Is it seems at like a good day.
I mean, it's ultimate also, like, every year it changes so much. It depends who has money for tournaments, or who has time, or who is here, who is studying where. Like, it changes so much.
Well, you know something about studying abroad to go to somewhere else and play somewhere else, Charlotte, right? Don't you play in Brussels
I'm
now?
mastering it. Yeah, I'm gonna move there. It's not for studying. I'm in the other life now. But look at this, how two Scorillaz there for defending.
And I don't think the FSL player was aware of that disc being up at all.
Seemed pretty surprised.
Nice put into space. So much.
Oh, we got a call.
Oh, and there's a call for. It's been going on for super long, actually. Nobody really recognizing it, and that is obviously not a turn because there was a call such a long time ago. But that is a literal get out of jail free card. If there ever was one, nobody stopped, but
They still didn't realize.
no, and they thought they would get the disc back. And he called an injury earlier. And I think in the rules it states that it only continues to the maximum of one pass, so this one after that does not count anymore, so everyone has to go back. So he's saying,
Screaming the rules.
no, he's saying like, hey, I said that like 20 seconds ago, like at least 20 seconds. I was here the disc when I said it, the disc was next to me, and I stopped and my opponent stopped. So everyone, I think, has to go back, and the turnover doesn't stand either.
Yeah, these were at least 3 more passes.
I think way more actually. You can go back and count them back on the live stream.
Everyone getting back 20 seconds earlier. Where were we?
Wait, what? What did we do then?
Is
We'll
it?
see.
Okay, here.
We'll see if Godzilla can do that again.
Oh, surely they can. They did it several times.
I love the confidence about that, Charlotte.
I'm not saying they're gonna do it now. I'm saying they can do it again. Here, you see?
Fair. Absolutely, you're absolutely right. FSL with a run through D, and I think that is the difference here, that FSL actually like grind on those defensive looks and really like run after and don't stop.
Yeah, that was a really good run through. But I think both teams kind of tend to do that. We've seen some Scorillaz do the same as well. I love that pressure on the defense. Make them work for it, not give it away. Oh,
A pick call. Suspiciously open player. And Husler gets it back. High release, backhand, nifty, and that one bobbled and too far out. Released a bit too quickly for the Hinden to still get there. I've seen him lay out today in like 2 meter high. At least it felt like a 2 meter high pass, but it was really impressive. And I know he can and he will lay out, but
do you see that upside look? I really thought,
pretty good.
oh, and that hack look.
So good. Just on the money, pin perfect. The defense running after, and she even got really close on that, but just not quite close enough, which also means that we're within one of Scorillaz taking that spot in the top 8.
I mean, did you see that hack? Excuse me, but like that was gorgeous, so nicely put. That you don't put full power so it doesn't go out, but just enough so that it flies away above everyone, and that was crossing diagonally the whole stack, the whole field. I really like that look.
I agree.
I was sad not to get the upside, but this is okay. I'm satisfied now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Of course, I had nothing to do with it, but I'm just accepting your.
Talking in the name of Scorillaz.
Oh, and you see all the birds occupying the space that is left by the Frisbee players.
I guess a lot of food has been left too.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe 1 or 2 crumbs.
But for now, it's our monkey from Scorillaz. On this field, no birds. And flying saucers fighting for this field.
A reset pass that was so close to not connecting, but stretched out arms. With that, they get off, and that flick is super zippy and close to the sideline and out the side as well.
I love the FSL flow. That was really nice. They just threw the disc, boom, boom, like not even a second, except for charging that laser huck.
Yeah, it was released a bit too early, yeah?
Yeah, he even waited a tiny bit. That's exactly what I'm saying, that it broke a bit the flow, but imagine more. Would have gotten the receiver.
No, like actually, like releasing the disc from the fingers too early makes it go out, and if it went in, would have worked out. But that's for the super nerds. And that one is for potentially an upset as they score and win the game in stride, and so much composure from Scorillaz.
What a game! Oh, first of all, I won my bet. I want to say I said it with confidence, but indeed, we have Scorillaz who succeeded in getting in the first league. They won against FSL, making their spot in the first league of the Swiss Mixed Championship. You will see Scorillaz in the first league next year.
Oh yeah.
Already? No, tomorrow. Already have
And
games.
we will see them tomorrow as well, probably. But what a performance, what a way to claim the victory here, and I think that's maybe a reason to party a little tonight. Although they have a game tomorrow morning, but
if you know Scorillaz,
we have to be there, so they will. They will be partying. We have a game tomorrow as well, and most of the other teams, except the people playing the final. My point being, we will be back tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., maybe even earlier. I think 9:30 is the first round of games. And we will give you live coverage of the rest of the Swiss Mixed Nationals all weekend. Tomorrow, a full day, giving you the 5th place game, the 3rd place game, and the final at 4 p.m. So take a little rest, enjoy your Saturday night, and then come back bright and early tomorrow for more mixed action from Switzerland. For Charlotte Terrason, I've been Christina Obermeier, and we'll leave you with a few highlights from this last game of the day.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.